All right, we'll call the meeting to order. Okay, so we do need to approve the minutes from September 3rd meeting.
I move to approve minutes.
I'll second. Motion made and seconded to approve the minutes from the last meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Passes. Okay, Jody, are you presenting?
I'm gonna present.
Okay, go ahead.
They did ask for a link that they were gonna try to get on via Zoom, but I don't think they made it, so. Anyways, thanks for having me. I am here on behalf of Mariposa Builders, and they are requesting 300,000 in LEDA funds to develop and construct 7 senior independent living homes. Just a little background, these are the same builders of the Good Life facility that we have in Portales, and looking through, if you've looked through their application, they own 15 facilities in 3 different states. And so they are wanting to construct these, and it will be on the property there where Good Life is, in between Good Life and the hospital. And they do already own the lot. So if there's any additional questions anybody has?
Infrastructure.
I believe so, yes.
That's what it said. It's for construction.
Yes.
And the last one, they've met all the requirements from the last one.
On our end, yes, to my knowledge, I can't speak for the city, but I believe on our end, everything has been met, yes.
I'm talking about
Their last build,
Yes, the Good Life, on our end, yes, everything has been completed. Any other questions? Oh, okay.
It's been well made. That's been a purchase property in Portales. They're wonderful assets to the community. I think it's important.
Was that a motion?
I'm sure.
Sorry. Not gonna think, let's just see what she's doing.
Okay, so a motion made. Motion's been seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
So we will have a recommendation to city council for the 300,000, and I believe we're set for October 7th to go forward with that. For
So with that motion, we need direction and recommendation from the committee about a participation agreement as far as the amount. They request an amount. Now we can change that or approve that amount that they've requested. Also, probably some guidelines in this, if you wanted to add some of that in there, what we would just like to know for the project participation agreement, so you can get it put together. At what point will the funds be reimbursable? Would you guys like that to be at certificate of occupancy upon hiring? Like at what stage would you guys recommend to city council that the 300,000, if that's amount chosen, will be reimbursable to them? What will we need to look for on our end to reimburse?
Jody, did they make a particular request of how they wanted to be funded?
I didn't see that in particular. I definitely can reach out and ask, but I didn't see that particularly.
And I would almost think to, since part of it is for infrastructure, that you would want to be able to reimburse part way in the course of action, once the utilities are completed. You probably don't want to do more than 2 or 3 reimbursements because it's just more for service.
Sort of like pay requests from the contractor.
For sure.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
I would think you would want a pretty minimal amount of reimbursements, and they're all obviously once it's complete, but I would feel confident reimbursing every structures for just that portion.
A reimbursement for infrastructure and possibly a reimbursement for construction on occupancy.
Once there is a certificate.
So that'd be 2 requests. That makes sense. Because it sounds like there's, to me, Mr. Chair, it sounds like there would be 2 different projects, if you will, with the infrastructure. Construction.
I would feel like for the city standpoint, if, let's say the project fell through and they did get that reimbursement for infrastructure, it would be very. And recoup that investment.
Eventually.
And Kimberly, you would be able to put that in, that would be in the PPA, right?
Yes,
That
that's,
would be
yes, that's what
included,
we're
okay.
hoping to go ahead and have that in the project participation agreement, because that is what's signed by them and signed by us. And then that's really the city's only provision to recuperate any funds that if they don't fall through with the 10-year.
So we do the PPA at the October 7th, or do they need to approve it first and then do?
Like last time yours went. Same.
Coincide with,
Uh-huh.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, perfect. And it'll be the same for RCCDC, Mariposa, they'll all go
And we
together.
could actually have yours ready if you'd like to do yours maybe before. There's one other thing I have to touch base with Liliana on, and we can send it for your review.
Just send them both at the same time, we can look at them, and then I can
What's
send
the
it to you.
Distance.
Once there is a inspection.
Of the infrastructure. It's accepted by the state. It's sewer. Electrical. Plumbing.
Isn't that basically significant?
No, because then they've got to do that again during the construction.
Oh, you talking, okay.
Yeah, we're talking about as they install the infrastructure. The utility infrastructure. They would still have to get approval from the appropriate regulatory bodies. Once that's done, that's when they can submit reimbursement, because then we know it's complete. Are you following?
No, I've heard bits and pieces.
Okay. Good. If we reimburse the first half, completion of infrastructure, what Ms. Hamilton was saying is that the, what's the word you used here? I guess, as soon as it's accepted by the regulatory bodies, in other words, the state inspector on the plumbing, the electrical and all of that, when they got all of that in place, that's when they could submit for that first draw. And then the second draw would come after construction's complete, they get a CO.
I guess what I'm still unclear is, are we talking about at the end of the rough end phase? Or at the end of the permanent phase?
At the end of the process, when they have all of their, is what I understood, when all of their sewer, water, electrical, just the work is done. That side of them ready to start construction and then the permanent phase, whenever they do receive their certificate.
Okay, so if I'm hearing this correctly. Once what I'm trying to get to is to make it clear to them, okay. I have, they've submitted the rough end approvals. Inspection approvals, and then, that's one phase, and certificate of occupancy is the second phase.
So, and with that, we would want, from finance standpoint anyways, like, provide copies of paid expenditures, because in a sense, we are reimbursing you, so it's not like, oh, we've got these certificates, now give us half of what we requested. Yeah, I think it 100% has to be 100%. So,
I mean, it's a $1.5 million project, so I think the 100,000 is going to be an issue, either way.
And so just so I understand for the participation agreement when drafting it, The first half, the 150,000, that will come upon receipts from them that $150,000 worth of infrastructure. All infrastructure has been completed, and that shows at least 150,000 to be reimbursed.
I believe that's correct.
Okay, and then the second half will come, the final phase will come upon them actually receiving their certificate of occupancy.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of how to word this clearly. So half, 850,000, could be reimbursed after the building inspector has deemed the Ruffin Station complete. With financial records showing at least that amount, being spent on the project. And then when we get to, the certificate of occupancy phase, once that's been completed and approved, then the second half, the other second half, 150,000 could be released again, once at least that amount has been spent in addition to the first. Am I hearing that as a motion?
Do we need a motion on it?
No.
No,
I would think so.
so that's the details, details, what,
And
Second half.
Chris Woods,
second half, or
wait to get in. Let me see.
And what's really cool about the participation agreement is we have, but because we created, they have the opportunity to sign it. We have a little bit of a mechanism to make it work, what works for them. And so it sounds a little convoluted, but I think that we can put proper language in there that if they provide us verification by receipt, then we'll reimburse that first half, and the second half will be easier because it will just be providing us with this.
Sorry, Chris, you may have missed the discussion. We approved the Mariposa LEDA application. We're just discussing terms on how to release the funds. I think we've agreed that we would do that at the end of the drop-in phase, and then at the end of the once the certificate of occupancy is released. Matt, Chris, a chance to.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense, and especially, like Mr. Miller said, if you're looking at a $1.5 million project, I don't think the amount is gonna be a problem. It's just a matter of getting that rough end done, getting everything submitted, showing that it was paid. And yeah, I think that's a good point to reimburse a portion of it. I would suggest the final portion is upon a certificate of occupancy. On that amount of a project, I don't think they're gonna be needing that to finish anything up, so I would just say upon full completion, in my opinion.
So we're gonna be dispersing in stages, is that what you guys are talking about, or are we talking about not doing anything until we have full completion?
No, half at the end of their infrastructure completion, all their dirt work, all their utilities, all of that, before they start going above ground. That's the first one, and then the second one is after they're above ground and they get their certificate of occupancy.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that.
Okay. That's it. Nothing good. Right. Is there any other business today? Seeing no adjourn, thank you.
That can be.
Maybe that's what we do rather than speed that you just conducted that. That's not good.
Yes, sir.
And that.